Hello and welcome to my beginner's guide on Valorant. A quick disclaimer before this video starts. I'd like to express that this will be a simple guide covering only the most basic of information, which is aimed at complete beginners to get them started at the game. As long as we can manage our expectations, you will learn something from this video. If you'd like to learn more about the game in depth, there are plenty of other videos on YouTube that can explain all these concepts better than I can. Okay, disclaimer over, let's begin. So Valorant is a free-to-play, first-person tactical hero shooter developed and published by Riot Games. Gameplay revolves around two groups called the attackers and defenders in a 5 vs 5 matchup on a random map. If you are on the attacking team, your main objective is to carry the bomb, or in this game it's called the spike, to a bomb site with your team, plant the bomb, defend the bomb site, and let the spike detonate or explode after a certain time has passed. That is how attackers win one round. Another way for attackers to win the round is by killing all the defenders, as there will be no one left to either stop them from planting the bomb or to defuse the bomb. Now, if you find yourself on the defending team, it's your job to stop the attackers from entering the bomb site and letting the bomb explode. Defenders win a round if they manage to kill all the attackers before the spike has been planted, if the bomb has been defused, or if the attackers run out of time to plant the spike. To win the game, your team must be the first to win 13 rounds, but let's quickly explain the switch. Basically, the switch is when the attackers and defenders switch sides after 12 rounds has been played, which gives all players a chance to play as both attackers and defenders. And that is the basic premise of a game of Valorant. But before you hop on your first game, let me explain some other key concepts first. Let's move over to agents. Agents are the characters you play as in a game of Valorant, and each agent has a unique set of abilities and a defined role designed to help your team get a win. I won't go over each agent as there are far too many with so little time, but I can explain the 4 roles which make up a team composition. First up are dualists. These agents are your primary offensive attackers, with abilities centered around getting kills or dealing damage to enemies. As a dualist, your job is to create space for your team, and as such, you will most likely be expected to be the first player to enter a bomb site, get the first kill, and lead your team in safely. But this can also mean that you might be the first person to die in each round. Next up are initiators. These agents excel at gathering information, which sets up a team for success before a push onto a bomb site. Their abilities are centered around supporting and creating opportunities for dualists to create space, either through revealing enemy positions or disrupting enemy movement to force enemies out of hiding. Sentinels are defensive-focused agents with abilities centered around holding down a bomb site and catching flankers or lurkers. It's a sentinel's job to slow down enemy pushes by locking down certain areas of the map with their abilities, stalling and delaying attackers for as long as they can until the rest of their team can regroup, forcing attackers to unfavorable fights, or wasting their time by deciding to rotate to another bomb site. Lastly, we have controllers. These agents are great at controlling the map through the use of their smokes. As a controller, it's your job to cover critical areas on the map in order to block off the enemy's sightline. This will help your team enter bomb sites safer without having to worry about defenders playing in long-range angles. Controllers need to be familiar with each map to know which areas to smoke off. Otherwise, you might end up doing more harm for your team than good. So, you've learned the basics and have been introduced to agent roles. What's next? What's next is for you to try out the game for yourself. I understand that I haven't explained everything there is to know, but where's the fun in that? I'd rather you go figuring out these other things for yourself as a form of self-learning. The only tip left to give you is to try and find friends to play along with, as Valorant isn't a beginner-friendly game. even after you beat the tutorial and enter your first game, you'll probably be matched with people who are already good at the game and expect you to be the same. And if you're playing on a server as toxic as mine, well, things can go bad real quick. So save your sanity by playing with a friend. Games are more enjoyable when you have good friends to play with and teach you along the way. That's it for me. I hope you learned something from this video. But before it ends, I'd like to take the time to promote my Discord server, which I'm trying to grow along with my channel. Also, visit my social media if you like. Okay, I'm done talking. See you all next time.